Hi everyone, I'm Jake. Welcome to Greenworld product training video. And the topic that we are going to discuss today is the impact of coronavirus on the whole world. In today's video, I'm going to provide you an insight into how you can save yourself and protect your loved one from this deadly virus. Now, before we dive deeper into this video, let's talk about all the epidemics that we have faced in the past 20 years. In 2003, we suffered from SARS outbreak. In the year 2013, we suffered from an epidemic called H7N9, which was a bird flu which spread throughout China. In 2014, we suffered from Ebola outbreak in Western Africa. In 2015, we suffered from an epidemic called MERS, which is Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome. In 2019, Ebola struck again in Democratic Republic of Congo. And now we are in the year 2020, suffering from an epidemic called coronavirus. The International Health Regulation Emergency Committee of World Health Organization declared the outbreak of coronavirus disease 2019 a public health emergency of international concern. Dr. Tedros, the Director General of WHO, was the one who gave the name to this disease called coronavirus infected disease 2019, what we call COVID 2019. Just to tell you that how rapidly this coronavirus has grown into the whole world, I'm going to share some stats with you so that you understand the seriousness of this issue. As of March 4th, 2020, almost over 90,000 cases of COVID-19 have been confirmed worldwide. Now I'm going to show you one slide so that you understand how this coronavirus is affecting people of different age group. On this slide you can see that the maximum number of people affected are over the age of 80, and then the age keeps going down, 60 to 69, then 50 to 59, and even in the age group of 40 and 30s, and even young kids have been affected severely by this coronavirus. Okay, another thing I want you to pay attention to on this graph is the medical condition which have been mentioned. So basically this coronavirus affects people with certain underlying medical conditions even more. So in this case you can see people who have cardiovascular disease, and then you have diabetes, and then you have respiratory syndrome. So all these are the different medical conditions. These people are getting more affected by coronavirus. In terms of gender also, males are getting more affected than females. Alright, so those were some basic statistics how this coronavirus is spreading rapidly throughout the globe and how in different age groups and different medical conditions it is affecting people. Now let's try and understand the symptoms of this COVID-19. So coronavirus primarily attack us through our respiratory system. So in that case, in our respiratory system itself, you will find the initial symptoms of this COVID-19. Coughing and sneezing, shortness of breath, runny nose, breathing difficulties, sore throat. After these initial symptoms of respiratory system, in severe cases, the symptoms increased further into more serious diseases like pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome, lungs inflammation and congestion. This was just about the respiratory system, but this virus affects our entire system. Let's talk about the circulatory system now. So it leads to decreased white blood cells and in more severe cases, cardiovascular damage. In case of digestive system also, it leads to diarrhea, and further ahead it starts affecting our kidney functions as well. Also on a daily basis you might feel more fatigued, more tired, and you also might experience fever. As you can see on the slide, since it is a virus which spreads from one person to another, so often through sneezing, cough, and even physical touch with the person who is infected. So these were the basic symptoms. Now the question comes is that how does COVID-19 actually kill people? So the first point of attack for this coronavirus is our respiratory system. It enters our respiratory system and then replicates, attacks, and destroys our healthy lung cells. So this attack on our lung cells leads to inflammation, and that inflammation further causes pneumonia. As you can see on the slide, the alveoli of our lungs, which are usually dry, and that's how we breathe. But in the case of this attack from coronavirus, there is the fluid which gets collected, the pus which gets collected in our alveoli. And due to the collection of this fluid or pus in our alveoli, it becomes difficult for oxygen to pass through our lungs and goes into our blood. Basically, it cuts short the supply of oxygen, which is the main component of energy production in our cells. So due to lack of that oxygen, cells in almost all the vital organs of our bodies like our lungs, our kidneys, our heart, our brain, every single organs, all the cells suffer from lack of oxygen and they stop producing sufficient energy. According to WHO, the maximum number of deaths resulting from COVID are due to multiple organ failure. So we discussed about these various symptoms and what basically coronavirus does to our system, how it disrupts the process of cell respiration, that is the production of energy in our various organs of our body. Now the question which comes to the mind is that how do we deal with it? Because as of now, the scientists are still working on developing a vaccine for this virus. All the effective drugs to deal with it are still under clinical trial, which is certainly going to take more time. So as per the medical community all around the globe, one common thing which came out to deal with this deadly coronavirus is the immune system, and greenworld has since forever been emphasizing on the strength of our own immune system to deal with all kinds of virus and pathogenic attacks. In greenworld, one of the main area of focus is always immune system, and today in the middle of this crisis, the entire medical community is accepting this very fact that a strong immune system can still fight with this deadly coronavirus. So now very briefly I'm going to explain to you how our immune system, the very own defense army that God gifted us with, can help us deal with this deadly virus. So what is our immune system? Let's try and understand that first. Alright, so you can see on the slide that there are different organs in our body which acts or form a part of our immune system. Tonsils, lymphatic vessels, thymus, lymph nodes, spleen, appendix, bone marrow. So all these organs are like these powerful machines, the fighter machines which help us in fighting against these pathogenic attacks. Along with that, in our immune system, we have our fighter, the soldiers of our immune system, our fighter cells called T cells, B cells, natural killer cells, macrophage. All these different fighter cells produce different antibodies also in our body, like lymphokine, lysosome. So all these antibodies help us, like, biological weapons, and they help us fight these deadly viruses. So that was a brief basic of our immune system. Once we strengthen this very immune system, it is gonna act as our shield against coronavirus. Now I'm gonna take you further into this video and explain what all resources are available from greenworld that can actually strengthen your immune system. To keep your immune system strong, one of the key components of your diet is essential vitamins and minerals. And the product that we have here is an incredible blueberry juice which is full of vitamin C. Now you can read on the screen here in a scientific language how vitamin C performs different functions in increasing the strength of lymphocytes, antibody formation, and the activity of natural killer cells in our body. So my personal recommendation right now in case of vitamin C is that have at least 1 scoop of blueberry juice in the morning, and then 1 scoop in the lunch time, and 1 scoop anytime in the evening. At least 3 scoops in a day would be good to keep your immune system strong and supply sufficient vitamin C. Moving on to the next product, and that is Ganoderma Plus. Now, Ganoderma Plus has so many functions when it goes inside our body. It helps in cell respiration. As I mentioned earlier, that because of lack of supply of oxygen during this coronavirus attack, our cells are unable to produce energy. That very process is called cell respiration, and Ganoderma helps in achieving that very function, cell respiration. It also helps in balance of our intestinal flora. That is, it provides strength to the good bacteria in our intestine, which again helps us fighting against all pathogenic attacks, because most of our immune system cells are in our intestine. The presence of selenium in Ganoderma helps in strengthening our immune cells. It promotes the secretion of lymphokines. It strengthens the anti-cancer ability of our body. Now, as the names of the product suggest, Ganoderma Plus. So in addition to Ganoderma, we also have ginseng in it. Ginseng has the ability to enhance the function of lymphocytes. Ginseng also has the antiviral effect in our body. As far as dosage is concerned, I would say I have at least 2 caps of Ganoderma Plus in the morning and at least 2 caps in the night. Moving on to the next product, and that is Cordyceps. Now, Cordyceps has been known as the elixir of immunity in traditional Chinese medicine, and it has been used since many centuries. Cordyceps contains an active ingredient called cordycepin, and cordycepin has the ability to enhance the immune signal strength of dendritic cells. As I mentioned, our immune system it works like an army. So from one cell to another cell, there has to be a transmission of signal, and that's what cordyceps is able to achieve. It strengthens the signal transmission between different cells. Furthermore, it increases the quantity of immune cells. It promotes antibody production, increases the number of phagocytes and natural killer cells. Furthermore, it also enhances their functioning. The best part about cordyceps is that it reduces the inflammation of our lungs, which is the direct result of attack of coronavirus. As far as dosage is concerned, I would say that at least 2 caps of cordyceps in the morning and at least 2 caps in the afternoon. Now, next product is extremely relevant and I'm sure a lot of you are already using it, and that is clear lung tea. As the name itself suggests, clear lung tea helps in cleaning all the debris from our lungs, from our alveoli. As you can see, the main ingredients of clear lung tea. So my personal recommendation, in fact I insist that start from today itself at least 4 cups of clear lung tea every day. Moving further to the next product, and that covers our very important component of our diet right now, antioxidants, because during this viral attack there are a lot of free radicals which are circulating in our body, and we need to neutralize those free radicals, and the best way to do that is by increasing antioxidant in our diet. And how we do that? By using blueberry juice. Before, also in one training video, I explained how beneficial this blueberry juice is. The name is blueberry juice, but it contains much more. It contains raspberry, blackberries, cherries and blueberries, and it is so rich in antioxidant. It contains total phenols, it contains flavonoids, anthocyanins, vitamin A, C and beta carotene. Even children can have this. In fact, I would say that if you have kids, make sure that they are drinking this blueberry juice. In addition to the antioxidant supply from blueberry juice, another product that I highly recommend right now is the blueberry super nutrition. The best part about blueberry super nutrition is that it contains good quality carbohydrates, it contains omega-3 fatty acid and good quality protein, all from natural plant sources. Due to the presence of blueberries in it, it contains again anthocyanins and incredible amount of antioxidant that your body needs right now. So I would personally recommend that have at least 1 pack of blueberry super nutrition in the morning and 1 pack in the night. So guys, those were all the wonderful products that greenworld has been producing since so many years, and today the world is now awakened to the power of our own immune system in the middle of this crisis. And I'm so proud of our products and our company that we have been teaching this to people ever since I remember. Before I sign out, the last important thing that I want to tell you all is that all over the world, medical authorities are requesting people to maintain social distance. Don't be a part of large gatherings or big gatherings, because that's how this virus is rapidly spreading from one person to another. So we need to take this personal responsibility. Try and cancel all kind of non-essential travel or non-essential work travel. Try and work from home as much as you can. Maintain proper distance from at least 1 meter distance from another person. Alright guys, so I wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of your family. Bye.